listening and we're judging, honey, it's true.
My brother, Tom, 36 male, and I, 26 female, have never had a really solid relationship. We didn't spend much time together due to our age gap, and by the time I was old enough to develop a personality, he was moved out of the house. For the last 2 years, my brother and his fiancée, Sarah, 32 female, have been planning their wedding. It's coming up in September. I was asked to be a bridesmaid. I figured I was only asked as a courtesy since I'm her soon-to-be sister-in-law, but I still took it seriously. I have been a bridesmaid for the last 2 years. Just a few weeks ago, I managed to save up to buy the $800 bridesmaid dress. Overall, in the last 2 years, between group outings to parties, dinners, lunches, clothes, etc., I spent thousands of dollars. Eventually, all the girls in the wedding party and I became extremely close, and I started to get hyped for the wedding. Sarah recently got close with her brother's wife, Becky, 30 female. Last week, she dropped the bomb on me that she no longer wants me to be a bridesmaid. She would prefer if Becky would take my place. It broke my heart a little, but it's her wedding, and it's not my place to tell her how to run it. So I said it was fine. Yesterday, I went to my brother's house to pick up the bridesmaid's dress, and was going to see if I could return it since it was within the time frame. Sarah was completely appalled and said that Becky was going to wear it since she and I are the same size. I said that would be fine, but they would have to pay me the $800 for it. Sarah said that Becky couldn't afford it, and I should just be nice, let her use it, and I could keep it after the wedding. I explained that I'm not just giving away the dress, and I'm not ever going to use it after the wedding. After some bickering back and forth, I just ended up taking it and leaving. My brother and Sarah tried to compromise with me and say I could be the assistant flower girl. I felt offended at the offer. After I said no, they then said that Becky could give me $250 for the dress. Again, no. I returned the dress and got a full refund. I told them I understand that it's their wedding, but they are being extremely disrespectful to me and I don't need to deal with it, so I'm not going to the wedding. Today, my co-worker said she has an extra round-trip plane ticket to go to Miami that she'll sell to me for half price. I would have to pay for half the hotel too, but I can go hang out with her in Florida. The trip would be the week of my brother's wedding. So will I be the asshole if I just go party in Miami instead of going to my brother's wedding?
Listening and we're judging,
You're not the asshole.
I, 29 male, was supposed to be a groomsman for my best friend, 30 male, as we've been tight since we were kids. This weekend, he's marrying his fiancée, 28 female, who I've known since they were dating long distance in high school. At his bachelor party last weekend, we started off at my place and transitioned to bar hopping. By the end, my best friend was drunk and the guys, all our mutual friends and some of his cousins, were egging him on to do a last kiss before marriage dare. I'm not a fan of that custom at bachelors or bachelorettes. It honestly makes it look like you're being held hostage to marry the love of your life, plus it's just disrespectful to your partner. That's just an opinion I have, and to each their own, but I knew my best friend feels that way too. I figured he wouldn't do it because he loves his fiancée very much. To my literal shock and horror, he turned around, grabbed and kissed me. Not even a dumb peck. He actually dipped me and held it for a few seconds until everyone was laughing obnoxiously. I didn't kiss back, I just froze and laughed it off when it finished. Later, I realized I wasn't having much fun anymore and bailed early, taking some of our drunker friends home with me. The next day, his fiancée first texted me on Instagram and WhatsApp asking to talk, and then called me. She wasn't yelling or anything, but was just kind of awkward. She said she knew about the kiss, and that while she didn't love it, she was glad it was me and not some random girl. She said if he'd kissed another woman, she'd have taken it as cheating and dealt with it worse. I agreed and backed her point, saying I wouldn't have encouraged or allowed that. She admitted she didn't feel comfortable with me being at the wedding now because it would just be in the back of her head. I was admittedly stunned at first, and then mad, then upset, but came to the conclusion that it was her wedding at the end of the day and told her I got it and wouldn't go. She thanked me for understanding, but also asked me not to tell my best friend that she was the one who asked. I have already sent the text backing out, giving reasons regarding work, and my best friend was very upset and asked me if I could back out in any way. I freelance, by the way, and he knows this, so my lie wasn't a good one, and he went from upset to straight up mad at me for bailing out on his wedding day for work. All our mutuals have texted me in our shared wedding group chat and have asked me to reconsider. They told me there's no way I'm skipping his wedding for work I myself manage, some being harsher and some passive-aggressive, all very valid. Now I'm stuck looking like the asshole when I was literally asked not to go, and also asked not to say that I was asked not to go. Everyone around me thinks I'm this asshole for prioritizing work over my best friend's wedding, and I honestly don't know how to navigate this without losing people. Am I the asshole here?
listening and we're judging.
You're not the asshole.
My fiancé, 33 male, and I, 34 female, are getting married next year with a full ceremony and reception, the whole thing. His brother, 32 male, is severely autistic. He lives in a full-time care facility because he needs 24/7 supervision and can't live independently. My mother-in-law brings him home when she's on vacation to spend time together, which is sweet, but it's also very challenging. He doesn't understand basic requests and has speech difficulties, which makes it hard to understand his needs. He has frequent meltdowns, sometimes daily, where he screams, breaks things, bangs on doors, hits himself, and more. It can be quite intense and distressing for people around him. I told my fiancé that I'd prefer his brother not attend the wedding. I'm honestly just worried something could happen. A meltdown, sensory overload, or any situation that could disrupt the ceremony or cause distress for him or others. I want to be able to enjoy the day without that added anxiety. When my mother-in-law found out, she was furious. She said if her younger son isn't invited, she won't come either. Now my fiancé is upset because he feels like his mom might skip his wedding over this. I understand it's a heartbreaking situation, but I just don't want to risk something unpredictable happening during such an important day. Edit to add. Of course, I asked my fiancé what he thought about the situation before we spoke to his mom. He said he would like his brother to attend, but understands how challenging it could be given the potential triggers. He also doesn't want to feel anxious. He has trauma from growing up around his brother's aggressive episodes, feeling neglected, and seeing his mom suffer. He felt torn and upset, unsure of what to do. I told him I completely understood his feelings, but thought it might be better for his brother not to come, considering the possible triggers and distress it could cause. In the end, he agreed and suggested we plan something separate with his brother instead. Still, I can see how upset he is with his mom and the whole situation. Am I the asshole for feeling this way?
Listening and we're judging.
You're not the asshole.